It up on this project with using Adobe Express. So we've been doing this Nike shoe concept based off of a Midjourney image, taking that into Blender, making it into a 3D object, and creating an animation. Now we're at the phase where we're bringing in these final frames now into Photoshop in order to get out our animation, but we're gonna be putting that animation into Adobe Express. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been using Adobe Express for, which is obviously to make social media posts, but other little light graphic design tools. Also, this is where you would first be able to access Firefly, or the AI tools, once it actually started breaking out. It was in the beta version of Adobe Express, and they're slowly rolling out these features as they become available. We've showcased this before on text effects. We've seen the text to image stuff that it's able to do, but now you can start based on videos and you can actually browse templates for video. This isn't something that you can do on mobile yet, but it is something pretty neat for desktop and that we'll see coming to mobile. On the app, you can still plug in videos in the background and put it over the top, which is more so what I'm going to focus on for this one. This is just an iteration of a type of poster that I had been doing. So I will just duplicate previous versions and do something a little bit different every time, or if I like something that I can stick with for a while, then I will. But yeah, first thing we're going to do is we'll delete out that video from the background. So we can hit remove background on the top left right there. And we're just waiting a little bit for this to wrap up inputting the frames. Unfortunately, my desktop did run out of video memory outputting that animation, so I think I'm missing a couple of frames there at the end. But all right. So we have a layer structure on the right here, just as we do in like any Adobe software. I keep hitting remove background, but it doesn't remove. So instead, we could go to replace. So we can hit replace and we hit upload from device. And for now, I'll just put up a still frame. So just finding where I have my whoops. Right. Oh, it's forcing me to use a video if I hit replace. Alright, that's fine. I'm sure I have something as a placeholder from the desktop. We'll put this one in. Okay. So, as usual, you can just double click into editing text. I'll do a different color fill. I'll switch to white. We've got a text over here on the left. I'm actually gonna place actually left is fine for that. I'm gonna use the line it has underneath though. I'm changing everything to white so that I can see it. And the video that I'm outputting is dark also, so it'll play nicely with the white text. Let's scale down this video or crop it in. There we go. Switch up the fonts. I don't know why this one has Bollinger. It might have just been from the template. But let's go to... I'm going to post this on the Visual Node Instagram, so I'm going to keep it to Roboto Condensed. And that should be bold. And something I've been trying to play off of more lately has been doing little but just panels for text, or enclosing the text in some sort of shape element. So we can go to elements. We've got a bunch of stuff here. Actually, the brushes could be neat. Paint. It's a bunch of animated stuff. I would rather it just be still. So if I go to media, my stuff, So on mobile we have just shapes, which is, I know, new to mobile, but I don't understand why there's such different features from one to the other. If I just search over here, box. No, a rectangle. Okay, icons. How do I get to icons? That's under elements. Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense. Icons are shapes, so we'll go with a sharp-edged rectangle and just bring that over here. And move that under the text layer over on the right. Oh, but not under the background. There we go. Gray is fine for now. I'll change that to black later. And we'll put in a paragraph text. So we can add in some text. And I'll search. That's neat. I didn't realize it had like different formats already. That's pretty cool. So what if I went with this? Minimal blogger style. Okay. I just gotta switch this over back to Roboto. And we love Montserrat for paragraphs. Can I just type a letter to get to it? No. Usually you'd be able to do that. Hey there, Yem. Thanks for waving in the chat. It's nice to see you. We can get into Montserrat. There we go. We're going to have way less text there, so I can afford to make the text much bigger. Just put like 2 sentences under. This is, of course... We'll go with concept shoe. And we'll put I'll just put something placeholder. And I'm not that feeling that witty today. I'm just gonna put animation done in Blender, modeled from a mid idea. Sweet. Okay. How do I want to change the proportions of it. Double click? No? Wow. Well, not holding control, not holding shift, not holding alt. Oh, alt works from the center. Great. Yeah, it just keeps the proportions it has. Alright, I'll have to work with that. Let's put that like right here, because we usually have the heart messages, whatever, on the right hand side. I should keep like a screenshot of the UI for different platforms handy. Can't believe I don't already do that. I always just commit from memory. Alright, and we'll put this here, and I want a line. I know I had a line there somewhere. Let's see. It moved over here? Or was it always over there? There we go. Snap that to 90. Whoa. Ah, there is a line there. Oh, it's a group. Right, so that's worth mentioning. You can kind of group objects together. I'm just going to ungroup that to move this line. I'm actually going to underline that word. Just take it all the way through to the top. Let's see. Sure. And then this one. Let's see if we can draw people's eyes to the share button. Where is that? Like down here? Yeah. Okay. This is way too big. I wish I could make this smaller. Just have it wrap tighter around the text. But that feels right. Okay, and then our subject should be in the middle. That's shoe. So let's see if we're ready with our animation. So it looks like it will do create frame animation. Go over here to the 3 lines. Make frame from layers. And we can play through. It's playing in reverse. It always does that. I think just the numbering. We'll do our reverse frames. And that should be nearing the end. There we go. Cool. Is there like a... Oh, there's like some light coming from the door. I guess it's not awful. I wish I would have switched it to the light blue. Alright. Not finished, and I noticed a couple of things I gotta fix. But good enough for this demonstration. So I'll go to export, render video. Save that somewhere handy. Not the desktop. Shoot. Animation. So what I've been doing in order to like remember or to just keep track of these is when I download these images from Midjourney that are part of the inspiration or part of the mood boarding process, there's always one that like I really stick to as like a main reference and infuse with other stuff, or at least I try to identify that one. And there's a code that Midjourney generates that's called the seed and a whole bunch of other numbers like bunched in there with that one that identifies that image. It's kind of like the DNA of the AI generated image. So this one is, I'm going to start using it since I pulled it up. Shoe. Let's do concept shoe. And this is just a way where like I don't have to come up with a name for stuff right away. Or for like just kind of like coming up with little experiments when I'm trying to learn something or put something into practice or testing. I'd rather just use that code until I come up with a smarter way of coming up with names. Let's see, and we'll do... Yep, H.264, frame rate 30 frames per second, and 1080 by 1920. All the native stuff is already set. So we'll put that into here and render. And then although it takes a while to load up all the frames in Photoshop, and I kind of found a faster way to do it in After Effects. I'll kind of show that next time. But there's better use cases for doing it in After Effects. The render in the video you saw was pretty straightforward, pretty fast. Okay, so we can get back into here. We select our background, we go replace, upload from device. And in my recents, it's not there. We'll go to where it should be. Okay. Hopefully it's not that heavy. Oh, that was quick. And then the cropping is all wrong. There we go. Let's see how that goes. There's like a black square right here. Is my ratio off? Let's just see it. Play. We've got a timeline at the bottom. We can always edit the timeline. Ah! Because there's other stuff in it. So I gotta delete this one out. Delete this one. This template one I had put a bunch of clips. And just extend this all the way to the end by clicking and dragging the edge of the clip. Did I go way too far? No, not far enough. It shouldn't just be a 10-second animation. Yeah, all this looks empty. But it's not. Is it just not loading? No, it's not playing at all. What the heck, Adobe? Allow notifications. Irrelevant. This should be 300 frames. I mean, it should be 10 seconds. We don't have all the frames, but it should still come close. Did my export screw up and I closed Photoshop already? No. It's pretty smooth. I guess I'll just re-upload it. Let's see. It's limiting my clip. Add scene. No, I don't want to add a scene. Delete scene. What options do we have here? Split, duplicate, show layer timing. Well, that's upsetting. Let's try something else here. Can I go to my stuff? Or just back home? Can we do video? We'll do an Instagram reel, create from scratch. Upload from device. Oh. Phew, excuse me. Let's go to 5 seconds to 9 seconds with a blank template. Upload from device. Yeah, that plays all the way through. Now, the real thing we want to know, Adobe Express. Can I go to another file, select some layers? Well, I can't select more than one layer at once. Well, that kind of answers it. Can I select a bunch of elements together? Okay, I can. And can I copy this into my new one? So if I hit Control C, right click, copy, just in case. We'll go back to that fresh one. Down here on the bottom, we've got our recent files. And paste. Allow. Awesome. Okay. When in doubt, just start a new file. I'm sure there's something I wasn't getting there about the timeline, but it wasn't making it easy to understand either. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's tweak the text. So we want this bold as well. And use our title font. We'll go back to Roboto and does bold. They really got to add the functionality where I can just click the letter of the font that I want. And this was, let's see, shoe. We'll do proto shoe. I think I was calling it proto shoe. I already forgot the name or the number. 9E, 9 something E. (95E1). There we go. 95E1. And there was a way to orient text in here that I really liked. That was dynamic layout? No. Default. Shape. Is that just on mobile? Maybe I'd have to like do it manually in here. So this is like a text group, I guess. Okay, I can copy paste that layer. Delete that text. I guess change this to dynamic and make it smaller. Rotate 90. Perfect. Oops. Made it disappear for a sec. There we go. Move it over to the edge. And then this one, I guess I also want it to be dynamic. Can I just stretch it vertically? Yeah, but text effects? That's not what I want. Oh, I wanted to get rid of the first word. Anyway, that should make it. There we go. And that's why I do it. I don't have to think about what size the name is. I know that the name is going to be 4 or 5 characters. And that just helps to make this layout work. Alright. Not bad. Okay. Looks like there's like a horizontal black line there as part of this group. I'm not sure what that is, but I don't hate it. Okay. Let's play through that again. I don't know if the text is still animated. Should have been at one point. Oh, and I did want this to be black with white text. So I can't scrub, right? Scrubbing doesn't seem to work. Yeah, it does. It's not terribly slow. We'll go back. Yeah, so the title animates, but nothing else animates. I don't like that animation either. We'll go to animation. It's set to slide. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. We'll, oh, loop it. We can loop it to do a flicker. Flicker could be cool. Pulse, no. No yo-yo, no wiggling. Oh my gosh. Jittering? Nah, not on this one. I don't hate it though. Okay, blinking. Blinking could be good, but not looping. Let's just blink in. Oh, there's no blink for in. There's bungee, drift, drop, flicker, fade. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with the blinking. Hope it doesn't get too distracting. And then this one I'll just have it animate in. Animate in. This one can fade. This one can flicker. Yeah, this one can flicker on. And we'll have this one slide. Maybe put a delay on the slide. Rise, shrink. I can't have it slide from the... I can probably change the side, right? Slide in from the bottom. There we go. Duration, much longer. Okay. And then we'll animate these to do the same thing. To slide in from... I hope I'm not keyframing this to the front. I think it just does it from the beginning, right? We'll slide that in from the bottom. Or rise from the bottom. Smooth. Yeah, quicker duration. 2 seconds. Okay. Just one more line to go. Rise. Smooth. Okay. Let's see what we got. This bottom text didn't animate. Oh, the text flickered. I wanted the whole group to flicker. Can I do that? Let me take it off the text. Out of there. So I'd have to group this with this group, and then can the whole group flicker on? No, not that. What the hell is that? Flicker. Okay. And then it's not gonna loop. It's just gonna cut to the beginning again, but... Alright, those last final frames, like those last 5 seconds with that last... Was it 5 seconds? No, 2 seconds. Those final 2 seconds with the last pulse up here of the title, that's gonna look good. I should just stretch this to the full 10 seconds, 900 frames that I'm gonna have. Oh, did I have more video? I don't think so. It looked like I had more frames there for a second. I don't know how to trust this this timeline anymore. Okay, no, yeah. So those are the frames I'm missing. And as soon as I restart my streaming computer, which is also my rendering station, I'll get those last frames and get my thing exported. But yeah, to export up until where I have it. Right now the timing's off because it just cuts off at the end. But yeah, I'm just gonna stretch that to the end and then it'll loop. So we'll do share. And this is the cool part. You can invite collaborators so you can have it for review for other people or have someone else kind of tweak it before you send it out. You can publish to a web link or you can schedule your post straight into your socials, which is probably what I should be doing. Typically I'll hit download and I'll select the format here, resolution, download. And then I end up doing like some edits on my phone, maybe a little bit of like color brightness. Because ultimately, even if I work on the phone or on the computer when I'm like designing in the app, Is that bad? Can you see that? Yeah, like it's also cool how it kind of shows all your posts like a little feed. But yeah, kind of looking at it, how it's gonna, because people are mostly gonna see it on their phone if you're posting a reel or if you're posting one of these shorts or whatever, even if it's YouTube. So you want to like see how it looks on the phone right before you post on one of those platforms. All right, and that's it. That concludes this concept shoe. I think the bigger challenge for me now is to make a shoe from scratch, which is like, I don't even yeah, I guess I don't know if that's too big a jump, like from scratch, like fully designed and everything, probably following an existing model or tracing a model but still starting from scratch but using a reference model. Yeah, shoes, just like cars, is something that takes quite a few times of practice doing it over and over to get right, because the curves are just so nuanced and people are so used to seeing it a certain way, it just really comes off as fake if it obviously is. But all right, thanks for joining for today's stream. Next week, Tuesday stream is going to be a announcement on content changes and kind of what I'm doing with the visual mode currently. So it'll be a cool, neat call to action to wrap that one up too. And Tuesday, I will announce on Wednesday stream. I'll announce on Tuesday. I'll give you a little hint of what's coming up. I will keep doing the streams on YouTube. However, I'm gonna start doing it on Twitch as well. I started doing that, although I really didn't say that I was. But I'm gonna start redirecting people to the streams over on Twitch instead. You know, this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I think I should also be doing Instagram Live. That's really where I have the most followers. If you have any thoughts on this, let me know in the comments below. I just think Twitch is the more format for streaming, and I want to be able to use the YouTube channel for more dedicated videos. I'm getting ahead of myself on here on what I'm going to talk about on Tuesday, but let me know your thoughts about that in the comments below if you have any. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the visual mode. And make sure to tag me if you post anything related to something that maybe you picked up from one of these streams. I'd love to see it. Love to chat.